Yo, what's good, gang? It's your boy Tay just back at it again. I was gone for a minute, but I'm back now. Listen, I feel like y'all should be used to me disappearing and reappearing, and I'm gonna try to break that cycle in the new year. All right. I got this video that I've been sitting on since like October. For my birthday, I wanted to go see Formula One. It was something that I was planning since like the winter time. Like I wanted to go, I had to go, I had to get it done, right? And I feel like there's something like a lot of people don't know, and something that I don't really share like on my Insta or on the YouTube. Like, yo, bro, I love motorsport, I love races, I love cars. Like my mom used to race, my stepdad used to race, my mom used to race, my dad used to race, my uncle, my godfather, they used to tune and do all that shit. You know, JDM, they was big into JDM, Honda, big into Mercedes, Volkswagens, Audis. I think like one of the fastest cars I ever driven was an Audi R8. You know, they used my stepdad used to work on Ferraris. Like, bro, my family and me and my family, bro, we love cars, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like it's something that I can share with y'all and put on the channel, like while I travel to do more races, because that's what I'm going to be doing. Like, I'm going to be traveling out to more races, car events, drift events, you know what I'm saying? Now that I got a new schedule and I'm used to it, I'm gonna start like traveling all these different places, because I feel like there's content that I can do that, you know, I like and I can share with y'all consistently, you know, whether or not I'm getting model work. You know what I'm saying? That's something big that I want to change about myself this year. You know, so at least once a week, I'm gonna be trying to drop some sort of content, whether it's a shoot, you know, one of these vlogs, travel, a stream, something. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna try to get something done, okay? I'm saying this now, and I'm gonna watch this video back like every week to make sure I hold myself to it, okay? Something, I'm gonna do something, right? With that being said though, you know what I'm saying? Your boy finally made it out to Texas. Your boy finally made it to his first Formula One race. And I have to say, that shit is peak adult experience, bro. Like, Texas is lit. Texas is lit, and you will be seeing me again very soon. The barbecue, you know, the people, like the culture there. I ain't gonna lie, I thought, you know, Texas was gonna be all big hats, boots, you know what I'm saying? I really thought it was gonna be really whitewashed, you know what I'm saying? Call me, you know what I'm saying? Call me what you will, but that's what I thought, you know what I'm saying? When you think Texas, you think big guns, you know what I'm saying? Big food, big hat, big boots, you know what I'm saying? And it definitely was not like that. When I touched down, like, everybody was nice. Like, that whole Southern hospitality thing, I feel like that shit is real. I mean, the people that I was in my Airbnb with, because I was in a big ass Airbnb, and I didn't know that there was people upstairs until like the third day that I was there. And like, I tried to be friendly with them. They were being kind of standoffish with me, but they were like older white dudes, you know what I'm saying? So like, they old heads, it ain't nothing, you know what I'm saying? But other than that, like, I really can't complain. I met this one dude. His name was Dave. He like a flight instructor out there. Shout out that boy Dave. I'm gonna throw your socials up on the screen. He had me lit. I ain't gonna lie. He had me lit. After race day, I went out to the bar, and I was trying to go to the clubs and stuff like that. I was just trying to, you know, get lit. I was trying to, you know, chill out with the Mexican shorties. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to have me a good time, and I ended up linking with my brother at one of these spots out there. And he showed me a good time. We went bar hopping. We like found like a speakeasy and shit like that. And bro gave me a ride back to our Airbnb. He didn't let me Uber. Let's say he put me on to some places to go try some barbecue and shit. Let's say, so shout out that boy Dave, bro. We show love to that boy Dave over here. Beautiful state. I'm not gonna lie to you. You know, I feel like for me personally, I'm a city boy at heart. I feel like everything's a little too spaced out, but it really wasn't that big of a deal. So in Formula One, for the people who don't know, you don't just show up and race in that one day, okay? It's a whole weekend event, right? And I was there for the whole weekend. I had a weekend pass, right? On Friday, it's practice. You know, they get to just do their laps, get used to the track and all that. On qualifying, which is usually on a Saturday, they basically, there's 3 stages, and everybody's trying to set their fastest lap. And by how they set their fastest lap determines where they start on the track, right? And then obviously there's race day. But here at Circuit of America, we call it COTA. It's a sprint weekend. So you do Friday practice, right? And then I think you do qualifying for the sprint, right? On Saturday, you have the sprint race. And then on the second half of Saturday, they do the qualifying for the race. And then on Sunday, you have the race day. If you're in America and you want to go and see the best race, you have to go to COTA because it's the most racing. It's a sprint weekend. I feel like COTA has the most interesting like things to do on like off the track than like Vegas or Miami, because I'm pretty sure Vegas and Miami are street circuits, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but I think Miami has a pool like you can watch the race from, but I'm not sure about that, right? I met a lady when I was there. She told me that she goes to Miami because Miami's her home race, like she lives in Florida, and I'm pretty sure she told me that they have a pool there, but I'm pretty sure Miami's a street circuit. It's either a street circuit or there's just not that many places to watch from. But anyway, right? COTA, there's so much to do. Like when you first show up, like, and you first go through the gates, I think the first thing that they let you do is there's like a pit stop challenge, like where you and like your friends or your family or whatever, you'll like do like a simulation, not like a simulation, like because there's real tires and shit like that. Like you do a pit stop, and it's like a challenge to see who, you know, can do the pit stop the fastest. I think it's literally called the pit stop challenge. They had like this car there that you could make your own custom designs for. They had like all these PCs set up. They had like 20 PCs set up, and they had like F125, like the new Formula 1 game, and it was all set up by LAN, and you guys could race COTA against each other, and then all the winners from like every individual day on race day, they would have a tournament to see who would be the fastest and everybody there. It was amazing, I'm not gonna lie to you. I think when I did my race on the simulator, I came third, and those simulators were no joke. Like it wasn't like, you know, like a bullshit like wheel and pedal set. Like they had like full Fanatec setups. They had load cell pedal wheels, and like for people who don't know, that shit costs some money. Like I got me like a Logitech RS50 with the load cell pedal wheels, and I think like all together, like with the bass and the wheel and the pedals, that shit was like $800, and that was on like a Black Friday sale. So I'm thinking it would be like way more than that if I tried to get like outright. You know what I'm saying? So those setups were no joke, and they felt really good. It was a really amazing experience. I feel like the only thing that I didn't like too much, which I should have expected, was a lot of the souvenirs and stuff cost like way too much money. Like the clothes, I would say like all the souvenirs, but the clothes, like the hats, the jerseys stuff, bro. I remember like I walked into one of the stores, bro, they wanted like $100 for the one Ferrari hat. Now I'm not team Ferrari, okay, but I am team Leclerc and I am team Hamilton. You know what I'm saying? Those are my boys. I was rocking with them. I was really hoping they were gonna get a crazy result. They were doing pretty good, I felt like, for the whole weekend. But when it came to race day, Leclerc just couldn't defend that boy Lando until the end. He ended up catching him the last couple laps. But I was really entertained. I really loved the race. And shout out to that boy Lando. I don't think anybody. And shout out to that boy Lando. For the people who don't know, that boy's the new world champion. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I kind of called it because that McLaren was a fucking beast from the start of the season to the end. Max Verstappen, he tried to make a fight for the title like at the very like end of the season. It was looking promising, but he just didn't have the points. He just couldn't do it. Yeah, but I'm telling you, like, if you go to COTA and you want to go next year, get the grounds pass if it's your first time. And those first 2 days, to spend your time just exploring the whole track, everything you can do. Like, I remember I was chilling. They had like a whole Patron, like little Patron hut with like 2 DJs. And they were handing out like Patron bottles to everybody. Like everybody had their own personal Patron bottle, and it had a map of the circuit on it. That shit was tough. The barbecue, that vendors that they had there, you would think that it'd be like they would cheap out on it, or they wouldn't try as hard, like making the food and seasoning the food. Bullshit. That shit was amazing. The drinks were amazing. Like, I'm telling you, if you spend your first 2 days just exploring the entire track, you will have an amazing experience. And one thing that like TV doesn't do justice to the track and the cars, the track is so much bigger than you think it is, and these cars are so much faster than you think they are. Like, even when I was shooting at like 120 frames a second, slow motion, it was still pretty hard to catch some of these cars. You know what I'm saying? The way they fly by you, the sound, everything. Like, TV doesn't do it justice. If you love racing and you love motorsports, you love Formula One, you have to go and see it in person. It is a peak adult experience. Oh my God. And that weekend too, they also had the Porsche Cup come. And they had their race weekend the same weekend that Formula One had. So you got to see, you know, all the F1 cars, and you got to see the Porsche Cup cars on the same exact weekend. And I think like they would have the Porsche guys go before the F1 races, if I'm not mistaken. And that was peak racing too. Like, those boys are quick, and it's one make. I'm pretty sure it's one make. Like, they're all driving the same car. You know, it's not like Formula One where all the cars are like, you know, different engines and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure they're all like driving the same cars, and they just have to tune them differently for the balance of performance. But I could be wrong, because I haven't like been following the Porsche Cup like that. I might start this year, but yeah, that shit was amazing. And if you have the grounds pass, they let you go into the garages in the paddock of the Porsche drivers, and y'all got to do like an autograph signing. That shit was amazing. No lie. I was in the line for the autographs for like about like 40 minutes. And then it was getting too close to the time for the drivers having to go race on the track. So I didn't get to get anything autographed by them. But I did get to go in the garages and see the cars. And I'm telling you, man, like, if you love cars, you love racing, like seeing these things in real life, hearing them in real life, like going in the garage and being with people who love the same thing that you love, it is like an experience that you can't really like put into words. Like, it's something that you just get addicted to, because like for me, like every day that we were leaving, like I wanted to be like, I just wanted to stay. Like I could do that every day. I could do that every weekend, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. And then especially like on COTA itself, like the track itself, there is a lot of spots that you could go to on the track where you could see the racing very well. Like, I was on like turn 13, turn 9, turn 7. I went to turn 2, which is like, so on turn 1 you see them go up the hill, but on turn 2 you see them come down the hill. That was an amazing experience. I think on the sprint race there was a huge crash turn 1, and I managed to catch it on camera. Right as it was happening, I had hit record. Right as it was happening, I hit record, and I managed to catch it. And I feel like that was one of the most dramatic moments of the entire weekend. Peak, bro. Peak experience, man. Peak experience, man. Like that, and going to COTA for that weekend, that really was like the inspiration for me, that I'm like, yo, bro, I have to do this. Like, I can't like just one and done this. Like, I have to go to any F1 race I can. I have to find other Porsche races. Like, I've been getting into the World Endurance Championship, and I'm going to be going to those. I want to go to the IMSA race that's in Daytona at the end of this month. I want to go to Daytona Beach. It's a 24-hour Rolex. I'm going to try to see if I can get the days off work so I can fly out there for the weekend, because I see some tickets would let you go in the garage. I have to go see that, bro. Those hyper cars, those GC3 cars, they're beautiful. They sound beautiful. I have to go check it out. what I'm saying? I'm telling you again, if you love cars, bro, this shit is addicting. Like TV, video games, nothing does it justice. Like I do a lot of sim racing. I watch a lot of car content. I follow a lot of stuff on Instagram. In person, this shit will blow your mind. You know what I'm saying? I got some crazy shots when I was there. I caught my boy Hamilton. Like I wanted to catch Verstappen, Hamilton, Leclerc. I got a picture of the crashed McLaren. I got a picture of the Aston Martin. I feel like that one crashed too. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I seen that in there. Like, it's just a beautiful track, beautiful people, beautiful food, beautiful cars, everything. I'm telling you. So if you can go and see the race next year, you have to go and do that. But I feel like that's all I really wanted to say. I just really wanted to get a video in and out. Like I said, you're gonna be seeing me like every week. I'm gonna be trying to do something every week, a stream, a race, shoot, something. I'm gonna be I got a lot of stuff in the tuck, yo. I got a lot of stuff in the tuck that I'm gonna be holding myself to actually getting it done. So thank y'all for tuning in. Tuned in. Be ready for the consistency. You know what I'm saying? This isn't just some New Year's resolution shit. This is some shit that I've been planning on for a really long time. I took the whole beginning of the winter, the whole end of 2025 to get my mind right, to get my money right, to get my schedule right. And I feel like I'm finally at the point where I'm going to start executing all these things that I want to have done. So like I said, thank y'all for tuning in. If you tuned in, remember, be safe, y'all. Don't do anything stupid. You know what I'm saying? Jesus loves you. And I'll see you next time. Peace. Don't you ever lie to me, you stole my heart, no robbery, like, whoa.